Good day, Range Guild and BTA fans, and welcome to the Season 1 Finals. That is right, we have made it to Finals, and this week we are up against Newkbomb, one of the people who did beat us in the regular season. We did beat him in the All-Star game, not that it mattered much, but it is kind of like the epic showdown, tiebreaker kind of match. Nuke is a great battler, and he has a really solid team, so I'm super scared. But I think we have some things which can deal well with his team. This week we are bringing Tapu Bulu, Mega Charizard X, Empoleon, Cresselia, Umbreon, and the Slurpuff. And we're thinking he's going to bring Mew, Landorus Therian, Sylveon, Jolteon, Blaziken, and Escavalier. So we are going to jump right into it. And hopefully we can pick up the W, get that second championship, and get things going. But let's see what Nuke has brought for us. And go. Okay. So alright, Nuke already pasted the battle. Cool. So no Blaziken, which I'm very thankful for. He does have Jellicent instead, which is kind of a pain. But not like too bad. He doesn't have Jolteon, which I'm very happy with, to be honest. So no Jolteon, instead he has Jellicent. That shiny boy right there. Honestly, I feel like I would be a lot more afraid of his team had he brought Jolteon and Blaziken. Porygon can be a problem, but I think looking at his team, I'm going to look at Empoleon real quick. I just want to scout out what's Porygon Z could be running. So, yeah. So if he's timid, my Empoleon lives too. If he's modest, he has a very slim chance of OHKOing us with Thunderbolt. As long as he's not like Choice Specs or Life Orb. It really depends on like what item he is. Overall, I feel like this is a pretty favorable matchup. And let's see. So I feel pretty good about this. I feel like Bulu is a pretty decent lead against everything. The only thing which would be a big issue would be him leading the Escavalier. Because if we go to Bulu, yeah, my Z superpower obviously wouldn't knock him out. So that's that. But otherwise, I feel pretty safe in leading it if that's the only thing he has for me. Even if he's max attack, he doesn't have 100% chance to OHKO me. It's actually at less than 50, and I can always switch out if he's if he is going with the Escavalier. So I think it's pretty safe for me to just lead Bulu, and then I can pretty safely just Horn Leech or possibly Swords Dance, depending on what he leads. Because 80, 90, yeah. So I think that's a pretty safe lead, and we are just going to go with it. It does lead Landorus. That's fine. So based on that, we are faster. That's very good to know. So Empoleon, If we think he's going to be a bulkier Lando, which I think is going to be the case, grassy terrain. So another thing to note on is that our Cresselia is fairly useless other than possibly getting a toxic off on things. So that's good to kind of think about. I think I just want to go Umbreon. Scout out what he wants to do. Because so he could go for rocks. He could go for what? The thing that I'm kind of like worried about is him possibly having Sludge Wave. And going for that. But let's see. I want to look at Tapu Bulu real quick. See how much damage I would do to him. If he's max, yeah, do like no damage at the moment. So that's good to know. I think just going Umbreon and then possibly making it double afterwards is fine. He might go for a U-turn, which I don't care about too much. I do have like checks and answers I can go after, so I'm going to make that play. But one good thing, though, is that we are faster than the Lando. And most likely he is... I think he, based on like what I've seen from his previous battles, he seems to run max HP, max defense on this Lando. And considering the fact that our grassy terrain went down before his Intimidate activated, that means we are faster than him. So that's good knowledge. So in the late game, and also for like our Charizard, we know he's not Scarf. We know he's slower than both Bulu and Charizard. So that's something good to know. Yeah. Charizard, if I can get webs up, then if Charizard gets a Swords Dance, I think it's pretty much GG. If I get like webs and rocks down, I don't think anything can take Charizard at that point. And now we wait and see what Nuke does. Alright, we switch. Go on Umbreon, he set rocks. That's fine. So here he could go... obviously this sucks for Charizard. I think here we'll go for Empoleon, and because you may go Sylveon here, or pretty much anything else, because I don't think he wants to stay in. He may go for like a U-turn. And he would obviously be faster. So I could protect and scout what he's going to do. The rocks on our side really do hurt Charizard. But I think we're still in a pretty good position with like Bulu. I don't think it's that much of an issue. So here we can protect, scout his U-turn. Or just go into our Empoleon. I am worried, like, if he is going for a U-turn, then, he'd be able to get a better matchup. But honestly, I don't think anything really gets like great matchup on Empoleon. Because as we said, like Porygon Z doesn't have like a good chance of knocking us out. So I think I'm just going to make that play. As does U-turn. Let's check, see what U-turn damage is. 11, yeah. So that looks like no attack investment. High roll. So considering the fact that he didn't like pull off the Sludge Wave, I don't think he has it, though he may have just predicted me a switch, because that's kind of what I did in the last battle against him. But with Grassy Terrain, we will be healing back up to a good amount. As he does bring in Mew. Good no. I think here I want to get up rocks. As he goes for U-turn again. So this is a pretty good situation for us because we're going to get back up the full and we're going to get rocks down. Obviously he might, he may go back to Orlando, but even if he does, that's like a good position for us. So we'll see what happens. Yep, goes Lando. That's fine. We're back up to 100, and here I am just going to go for Ice Beam. As he Earthquakes, does 42. We will Ice Beam and almost knock out the Lando. And we're going to heal up with the Grassy Terrain, and here just getting off a Scald is going to be really nice. Because even if it goes Jellicent, that's still like fine. Obviously, it's a pretty safe play on his part. But getting that damage off on him is really good. And we know his leftovers. If he U-turns right now, he does go down the rocks. So Lando's on the picture. That opens up a big door for Charizard. And if he was like defog, it'd be really nice if he actually just defogged right here. But we'll see. No need for me to make any like crazy play. As he just does go for another Earthquake, and we will get a Scald off, knock out the Lando. Puts us in a good position with our Bulu and our Charizard now. As now he can bring in possibly Porygon. But I think Cresselia, if he does go like Porygon, is a fine switch in. Or Umbreon. I don't think he really has like a good way of breaking through that. But here, if we get webs down, I think Bulu has a pretty clear like path to victory. Jeez. Yeah, so he does go that. In 1 second, I'm going to just, if he's Rindo Berry, say. Yeah, so that's something to look out for. But it still does a lot of damage. If I Swords Dance, I think. Yeah. So here, I think. So we're both playing with rocks in our field, which, is a shame. I'm going to look at Cresselia. There's relatively nothing. Let's look at Tri Attack. And we'll look at Shadow Ball. Yeah, it does relatively nothing to Cresselia. Let's just check what our Umbreon takes. Try attack doing the most, but still not a whole lot. I think just going Umbreon is fine. As he nasty plots. That is very dangerous, but I think we have enough to break through. So I'm going to go for a foul play here. Oof, that's a lot. And unfortunately, Umbreon, I think, is going to go down here. Yeah, that nasty plot may have just won him. Even if I had stayed in, I don't know if... Like, obviously I think that's adaptability. No, not that. Yeah, it does... Yeah, so you're looking like modest. Yeah. Well, yeah, we may have just lost here, honestly, because we didn't attack the Porygon, which is gonna be rough. I think we just have to let Umbreon go down here. It doesn't really do, other than like Jellicent and Wish passing, it doesn't really do anything. So he's going to go for another Tri-Attack. And this may very well be game, unfortunately. Yeah. He's just... Well, that damage has to be... modest to have done that much to Umbreon. Yeah, because it did 84. So the only way that he does that if he's modest adaptability. So that should mean that Charizard will be faster. So I am going to go Charizard here, and we are going to go for the Dragon Claw. Yeah, that was big. Nasty Plot, Porygon, obviously lots of damage. If I'd stayed in with Empoleon and Scalded, that, or Toxic, but probably Scald, just getting like a little bit extra chip damage might have helped us. Because we will live one with Cresselia, and like I said, Cresselia is not like that useful overall in this battle. But yeah, so Sylveon. Instead, I'm gonna... So if he brings in Sylveon, I think that might actually be an opportunity for us to set up Swords Dance, maybe. Or get Sticky Webs. So I think if he goes Jellicent, yeah, Flare Blitz into Dragon Claw should finish him off, so I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz instead. Yep, he does go Jellicent. Does 36. Okay. So that means that Dragon Claw probably won't knock us out. As possibly a high roll. Anything at this point will knock us out, but that's fine. We'll just go for a Dragon Claw here and get as much damage off as possible. It does go for a Shadow Ball, does not knock us out. So that means we can go for a Dragon Claw again. If he goes Sylveon, I can just Flare Blitz next turn. If we had gone for like a Sword Stance that turn, that would have been great. We do knock him out. And here, we're just going to get off of like big damage on something on his team. He brings in Mew. We're just going to go for a Flare Blitz and get off as much damage as possible. And all we know about his Mew is U-turn. Right. Good amount of damage. He goes for Reflect. Okay. In that case, I'm going to go Slurpuff. And I'm going to set up the Sticky Web. As he goes for Roost, that's fine. We're going to waste some of his turn to Reflect. We're just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam this turn. As he goes for a Psychic. That's fine. Gets us to Death Drop. Which is really rough, honestly. But I'm going to go for a Toxic this turn. As he crits me. Oh my gosh. That's such bad luck, honestly. Psychic use, U-turn, Reflect. It's such bad luck. So I think here I'm going to go Empoleon, and I'm just going to shoot off a Scald. As it does go for a Roost, that's fine. Oh, we get a crit right back at him. And we're just going to Scald again. Pretty much, we just want the opportunity to set up a Sword Stance. I think that may be on the Sylveon, if he goes into that. Yep, he goes into that. That's fine. Scald. No burn, which is kind of decent actually in this situation. I'm going to go for a Toxic here. As he does go for a Wish. And here, I'm just going to Scald him. Pretty much my endgame here is making sure that Reflect isn't up and getting a Sword Stance with Bulu. Yeah, no burn. That's fine. We will Scald here, because 2 Scalds will knock him out. And we are faster. As the agilities, oh, that's trouble. I don't think he can. He has recovered too. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure I win this, and I'm just recovering with my Empoleon too, like more HP. He only has Tri Attack for his attack. And Sylveon is poisoned, which is very nice. As he goes into Mew. Okay. Burn? No. Of course not. We do knock out Mew. Okay. And we are in a really nice position. And Empoleon pulling it off just with leftovers and Scald. Alright. Can we get a burn? We are going to go for Scald here. If we get a burn, this should clinch it. No burn. He goes for knockoff. Okay, that's fine though. He has leftovers. So I do want to double check what his attack is on this Escavalier. Alright, you had knockoff. So knockoff did 28. So looking like a low roll or like no attack, or high roll like no attack investment. And our Scald did how much? 28. So yeah, so it looks like he's physically defensive most likely. So we're gonna go for a Scald here. He misses Mega Horn. Oh, that's big. And I think with webs up, Bulu will be able to pick off. Yeah, and we get the burn that turn. That's big as well. I think that means that Bulu is going to be able to come in afterwards. And Nuke forfeited, which kind of sucks. But with that, guys, we are now the champions of Season 1 of the BTA. Season 3 of the league as a total. It is unfortunate that Nuke did forfeit. You know, kind of a rough end there. But he still is a great battler. That Mew set was really cool. In general, guys, I'm really happy to have won the league again. You know, a lot of hard work, especially with like the middle of the season being really rough. 3 losses in a row, but coming back, claiming the victory, feels really good. Excited for the next season, which will be a Tier 3 and below league. Hope you guys enjoy that. It will be coming in about a month or so. Overall, guys, thank you so much for watching. Pardon me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about, and see you guys next time.